Just sending out links, and we'll be starting this thing up. Okay, I think it's about time to get started. Links have been sent out, and all pages updated with timestamps of what's going on tonight. Hey everyone, glad to see you in here. Alright. So, because I didn't go into the next chapter, it's probably going to make me resume a little bit of the end of chapter 19, but hopefully I can pass it through some of this dialogue. No.
Boy, sod off.
Wow, it's really gonna make me go this far back?
You have no reason to be here.
I'm gonna have to kill Hanley all over again now. This is some bullshit. Alright, I guess we're gonna do a little bit of catch up, I suppose.
Elizabeth claims you aren't such a bad person after all.
There needs to be a better way for this game to like load into chapters you finished.
Have you forgotten that I killed your family's steward?
You got problems over there, Walter?
I would be a better ruler than my father. I know my father wasn't always a good and just person.
Should I say Juanita,
just as William does. But I would fight to be better. I would listen to the needs of this land's people.
What are you saying?
I need to talk to the Lady Hamley. I want you to take me to her.
You've got guts, I'll give you that. So, you think I'm a nice bloke? And you think this is enough to convince me that you'd be a better ruler than anyone who came before you? Don't make me laugh. Hugh!
What?
Come on, man.
If you let me
Like,
go,
I'd be
I
so much
promise I
dialogue
will
over
end
done
William
before.
Hamley's reign.
This hurts.
I don't believe you. But it's not up to me to judge these things. I'll
was
take
like,
you to
did I
Lady
mess up
Hamley.
somehow?
She'll decide.
At least, you know what, there's one good thing
My lady.
about having to replay this part. And that's watching William get cut
Could you
all over
get
again.
me some water, dear?
Yes, my lady. But first I need you to wake up, my lady. There is someone who wants to see you. It's the Lady Aliena.
The Lady Aliena. When did that bitch become nobility again?
Damn, dude, this person.
I'm sorry for intruding, but this is very important.
Important. As if anything you have to say could be of any
I'll
importance
try to be
to
a
me.
bit more tactful with this session.
I'm certain you've heard about the treaty the king made with Duke Henry at Wallingford Castle.
I have. I have also heard that it's a muddled mess.
It is a complicated deal indeed, but one that will end the war. And one that makes my family the rightful owners of this earldom once more.
Only by word. There's no one who would come to enforce this, not even the king.
I forgot which one I did last time. I tried to appeal to her conscience, I think.
Don't you see what your son is doing to the land? Soon there won't be an earldom left to rule for anyone.
That's a lie. My William is a better earl than your father ever was. To think that I once wanted to marry my good William into a family like yours. Not a day goes by when I am not glad that God saved us from that horrible fate.
Please, my lady. You need to hear her out.
Oh, my dear
That's like
Elizabeth.
movie
Don't you
sins,
see
man.
what she is
With the
trying
rate
to
you're
do to
going at
us?
keeping track of these Padawans.
If you don't listen, things will get worse for everyone. People are starving because of your son. They will rise up and come for you. They're already attacking Kingsbridge. It's only a matter of time till they come here.
My lady. The Lady Aliena came here to make things better.
She has only ever made things worse. She mocked my son for wanting to marry her.
She had every right to deny him.
What? How can you say that? He is your husband. He's good to you.
If it wasn't for Walter, I'm sure William would have killed me already.
What's going on here? What's that bitch doing here?
She's trying to bargain.
She's trying to take everything.
Is she? Is she now?
Leave it.
Shut up, old man.
I wonder if I fail those clicks if he
Cut
kills
that whore
Aliena.
up, Walter!
No. You
Would be
brought
an
this on
interesting
yourself.
way to.
You bloody traitor!
I'm surprised you know movie sense.
Someone
Anyway,
get
that
up
would have been an
here.
interesting way to see if I can get a
Men!
different result.
You will pay. You will all pay for this.
We're almost to new content.
Is he dead?
He is. William Hamley is dead.
What now?
Now, we tell his men.
Drop your weapons immediately!
Behold the banner of the new Earl of Shiring!
Everyone, listen! Lord Hamley is dead! The castle now belongs to the former Earl's family again.
What?
You're shitting us!
It was the King's wish.
Well, actually, it is good to make me
Who
replay
killed
this. Because now I get to redo my decision that,
He
Aliena
died because he
is leader of
refused to
Shiring.
hand over Earl's castle
Not a worked out,
peacefully.
actually.
He knew that the king was about to take the earldom away from him. To avoid punishment, he took his own life. My name is Lady Aliena of Shiring. I'm the daughter of Bartholomew, the former Earl of these lands. I've been tasked to end the tyranny of William Hamley and restore order to Shiring.
Our occupation of Shiring has been made unlawful. Every attack on us is sanctioned by the King of the English.
So what will happen to us then? I shall tell the king that William Hamley forced you to do his bidding. That every atrocity done to the people of Shiring was his doing and his alone. That is my final word.
You will get your chance for redemption by helping the people of Shiring recover from your own cruelty. And by rebuilding their homes and tending to their fields.
Ali, I know that you're a much better leader than I. Without you, we would never have come this
No,
far.
man, I'm not taking
You never
it.
hesitated with swearing and fulfilling the oath to father. In the end, I will be the Earl in name only, but you shall be the true ruler of
I
Shiring.
don't want it, bro.
Maybe you don't need me anymore.
I don't know. I owe you a lot, Ali. The tyranny of William Hamley is over! The Earldom of Shiring belongs to its rightful heir!
Alright, well, we already know what that says, because it's in the last upload.
Send a messenger to Kingsbridge to let Prior Philip know that Shiring is finally free!
Alright. And here's the bullshit. Here's the
Why are they
rugs pulled out from
laughing?
under us.
You can send a messenger if you want. But there won't be much of a prior left when he arrives.
Oh, man.
What's going on?
Alright, finally. Jeez. Get to the new stuff.
The Pope believes we should either burn him or make him Bishop of Kingsbridge.
I have already taken matters into my own hands. My men arrested him while Kingsbridge was left unguarded.
While his friends took Earl's Castle.
Yes.
At least in his death, William Hamley was of use to you.
Just the end. I love it. Day of the
Look at
trial.
all these people.
Dude,
Seems
Philip
like they're
been dying.
enjoying themselves.
They never change. You drooling dogs should be ashamed!
Shut up, you old hag! Ellen?
I'm not feeling well.
I'll take care of you. You two go ahead. Hurry up!
Is your mother ill?
It's not that. This is where they hanged my father.
The trial begins. The judges. Brother of Stephen, King of the English. The Right Reverend Bishop Henry of Winchester. Her Highness, the Countess Lady Aliena of Shiring. Presiding over the trial, the Right Reverend Bishop of Shiring and Kingsbridge.
Well, this is stacked against us.
By God.
Please.
I'm not gonna lie, his robe is kind of dope.
The church is not without fault. We have gathered here today before the eyes of God to accuse one of our own. He wrote in his book that the church and the papacy are not necessary as intercessors between God and man. That God is in man, that all men are equal, and that each sinner is as close to our Lord as the Pope himself. Now, we ask God for his judgment. For his is the kingdom, the power, and the glory. Not ours, and not yours. You stand accused of heresy. Philip of Gwynedd, how do you plead?
This is bullshit.
Answer!
I am not guilty.
Your teachings speak another language. Guilty, I say.
This is a he said, she said.
Saddened.
It's a kangaroo court.
It may come as a surprise to you, but we had hoped to make you Bishop of Kingsbridge. Why has it come to this, Philip?
In part, I am to blame. I supported Philip in his early years. I demand that Philip be removed from his position of prior immediately.
No.
And that he remain in captivity until such time that Shiring and all of England have healed from the poisonous words he has dispersed.
No!
What? Yes? Do you not agree with
Without
the
the
church
accusations
as well,
first.
my lady?
You gotta deal with one issue first.
In what way exactly are Philip's teachings heretical?
That's
Philip
your
of
argument,
Gwynedd
bro.
has said that each of us is in part of a godly nature, for God has made us in his image. Therefore, he claims that none of us, not he, not the bishops, not even the Pope, is closer to God than any other man or woman.
Heresy! Christ made his apostle Peter his first pope.
And y'all really like to throw that word
He
around,
and
don't
us,
you?
his church, hold the keys of the kingdom of heaven.
The Bible also tells us, let a man be known by his actions. Philip made Kingsbridge into a prosperous place for its people and for the church you claim he disrespects.
That is true, Lady Aliena.
Yes. Let a man be known by his actions.
Oh,
Remigius.
Remigius is gonna fucking drop the bomb of the fake
The
relic.
Prior of Shiring.
Oh no!
Father Remigius.
My bishop.
Tell the court, Remigius, what you have told me.
Fuck this guy.
For many years, I served as sub-prior of Kingsbridge. First for Prior James, then for the accused.
What was your first impression of him?
I was offended by his bluntness and accusations during the chapter discussions.
What else?
Prior Philip did not hesitate to give refuge to the people fleeing Earl's Castle in the winter that our king died.
Is that not a good deed? A true Christian act?
You do not know him as well as you think you do, Lady Aliena. Today, that will change.
Then, on the day of our first fleece fair,
everything they're saying just makes them sound good. What the hell?
I heard. It was terrible.
I tried to soothe the woman's pain by reading the scripture to her. Our master builder's wife tried to put a spell on her with poisonous herbs.
And Philip intervened?
Yes. He pushed me aside and gave the woman poison.
It is worse than I thought.
It was no poison.
And then there was the day the Virgin Mary's statue arrived in Kingsbridge. I did not believe it was a miracle.
Clearly it is a miracle. I hear of many who were healed in Kingsbridge.
Oh man, how's this gonna go?
Well, I soon realized it was a true miracle, but Philip did not.
Oh, fuck this guy.
He was only after the money people donated at the Virgin's Shrine. That is why I left.
I believe there is one more thing you have not told us about. Something very important.
Yes. Philip has fathered a child!
What in the fuck, man? Are they just like
A
making
son.
up accusations here?
And he raised him in the priory.
He is guilty.
Jonathan of Kingsbridge, step forward.
This is preposterous.
Is it?
Is this true? Are you Philip's son? Answer the question, Jonathan of Kingsbridge.
I have no father.
Everyone has a father.
That may be. But if Philip was my father, he would have told me.
How do you know he did not lie to you?
Speak. Answer the bishop.
Of course he could be my father. But he's not. He told me that I was found in the woods.
In the woods? Is this true, Philip? Or are you lying? Well, you told the story so many times.
He was abandoned in the woods. My brother found him.
Your brother? The brother whose master you betrayed?
What are you talking about?
Philip tried to involve me in a conspiracy against his brother's master, Earl Robert of Gloucester.
Oh, this is bullshit. I didn't want to get involved in it.
And his ally, Earl Bartholomew. Your father, Lady Aliena. Philip took in all those refugees years ago because he was to blame for their fate. As he was for yours when you lost your father and your earldom. That, Lady Aliena, is the man you are trying to protect. Well,
I know that he is a troubled man. We've all had to make hard decisions. Decisions that seemed right at the time. When indeed, they were terrible mistakes. I am thankful that I was forgiven when I made a mistake. Now I forgive him. Let us now return to the problem at hand. There is a man who witnessed how Jonathan was found in the forest. A man who can shed light on who Jonathan's father really is.
Oh, it's time.
And who is that?
Truth without, as
My
the Muggles say.
husband.
Step forward. What is your name?
He is the master builder of Kingsbridge.
Like, do I do the real name or I'm gonna do Jack Builder?
Is he now?
Have you lost your courage?
No, I have not. You know well why it would be hard for me to face you. They call me Jack, after my father. My name is Jack Builder.
Bro's about to throw hands at this guy.
We have met before.
How old were you when you allegedly saw Jonathan as a child in the woods?
12. But I know what I saw. Philip told the truth.
You were a child. And what were you doing there, in the woods?
I was living in the forest, with my mother.
They were outlaws.
Prior Remigius is the most trustworthy witness we've seen today, and his statement was quite damning to Philip. The distant memories of an outlawed child cannot convince me otherwise.
He fathered a child!
Let him go!
He would never do that!
And yet, Lady Aliena is right. We do not know enough to judge him as harshly as you proposed, Bishop Waleran.
You are right, Bishop Henry. As I said, it is not up to us to judge this man. Philip of Gwynedd has pleaded innocent, but how innocent is he? We ask God for his judgment. As Bishop of Kingsbridge and Shiring, I demand an ordeal by fire.
Fuck.
This is
that,
madness!
bro?
Philip of Gwynedd will be tried and judged at the stake. If he is innocent, God will save him from the flames.
Okay.
If he is not, then he will burn as the heretic and sinner God has declared him to be.
No!
Bro, we've all seen Castlevania. We know how bullshit this is.
Waleran, by God! Not this time.
It's her.
I saw the child and Francis. I was there. Philip is not the child's father. He is a fool, but he is a good man.
Then, who is the father?
It is me.
They are all in this together.
Hey, Dev.
This woman
glad to
is a
see you
witch
here, man.
and an outlaw, living in sin with a thief. He was hanged in Shiring 30 years ago.
He was not a thief. He was a good man. You've murdered him, Waleran, by God.
What is this nonsense?
He was a thief. He stole a golden chalice and melted it down and sold it.
Oh, we got the chalice as
What
proof.
chalice?
The chalice of the Eucharist. He stole it from the Cathedral of Kingsbridge.
Sacrilege.
Yes, Friar James of Kingsbridge caught him red-handed.
Friar James confessed to me that he lied, showed the chalice. And nothing much, Dev, just trying to clear up this game. Now they got a little bit of a break from school. But this trial's a bit intense, so forgive the lack of direct addressing. Oh, eat those words, Waleran.
Is that the chalice? You said it was melted down and sold.
Fall not for their lies.
Lying at God's house,
There could
that's
be
a
any
pattern.
chalice. This does not prove a thing.
Where did you find this chalice?
In a secret chamber. We believe Prior James hid it because he felt guilty for falsely accusing Jack's father.
What proof do you have?
He told me. The night the cathedral burned down, I was there, I saw him.
Prior James died weeks before that.
No, he did not.
Bishop Henry, he speaks the truth.
Order!
Like a Remedios is running away
I
now.
will give you until sunset to produce a witness who can prove your accusations against Bishop Waleran. Not just this chalice. If you fail to do this, I will make sure you are tried for defamation. Philip of Gwynedd, you will stay under arrest. The trial recommences at sunset.
A witness from that night?
We need a witness.
What are you doing there?
I've seen you draw up plans for a cathedral. Maybe we can do something similar to find our witness. Let's see. Your father.
He looks just like you.
My grandmother said he did.
And Bishop Waleran. What are the connections? Maybe, by exploring them, we can find a witness.
Good idea.
There should have only been a few vids that I did. So I did a long stream on, I think, Wednesday, where I got through 5 of the chapters for this game. And then, yeah, that same night I also started up Grand Theft Auto 5. Because I'm going to try and do a bit more like kind of fun streams rather than just chilling and like only focusing on one game at a time. So I noticed that I tend to have a little bit of free time after I'm done studying in the evenings, and I'll just boot up a game. I might just start streaming in those wee hours, just while I, work at different game campaigns. But for now, this is what I want to tackle while it's earlier in the evening.
Bishop Waleran is at the center of all this.
Which means after this, there's a decent chance that I'll be uploading Grand Theft Auto 5 and Star Wars Jedi Survivor in unison.
Waleran is a man who thinks of himself, not of others.
I wonder if we can get Waleran's page boy, because he would have been privy to all of this shit, and if he hard accuses Waleran of some bullshit, that could be a pretty damning witness. And I'm pretty sure Waleran let William mistreat him, so that could be our witness.
We must find a witness or Waleran will burn Philip.
Mother says Waleran was behind my father's death.
And she said he wasn't alone. There were 3 men responsible for your father's death. Bishop Waleran, Percy Hamley, back then he was the Sheriff of Shiring, and Prior James of Kingsbridge.
James is dead.
If they're all there, then they were all witnesses.
And only Waleran's still alive.
Hardly a coincidence. Why would these 3 men work together to falsely accuse your father?
Maybe King Stephen?
He was on the White Ship. No one survived that night. No one lived to tell the story.
Yes. He was the sole survivor.
And then they killed him. But why?
King Stephen.
And what about the ship?
We're doing it for him.
William Hamley's father?
Percy Hamley was involved in all this.
But the dead don't talk.
True. What we need is a witness, a living one. Percy and his wife had always lusted for power. I remember well when the Hamleys took my father's castle. Percy and his wife had always lusted for power.
Why would Whaler and Percy and James be concerned about the White Ship?
The son and heir of King Henry was on board. So were other possible heirs and other members of the royal household.
And with his permission, he's just
I
being
heard
dramatic.
that Stephen was supposed to be on the ship as well, but became ill. He was the only male heir. The only threats were the king's daughter Maude and her half-brother Earl Robert, and they've been at war ever since.
And your father, Earl Bartholomew. He was a threat. He tried to stop Stephen and paid for that with his life. Maybe my father saw something on the White Ship. Proof that Stephen was involved.
What about the king?
Could we get the king out to testify?
Do you really believe the king is involved in all this?
Well, that would at least explain why Whaler asked Bishop Henry to be part of this trial.
Right. He's Stephen's brother. They seem to have known each other for a long time.
As a child, I thought the king would be a hero. Like Alexander the Great.
Using my namesake alongside a jackass? That's a paddling.
What kind of man would kill so many for a wooden throne and a crown?
As a child, I thought the king would be a hero. Like Alexander the Great. If Stephen was responsible for the sinking of the White Ship, then he may have wanted the only witness of what really happened to disappear.
But he wouldn't have done it himself, of course.
No. If the king is behind all this, what chance do we have to stop Whaler and save Philip?
We must do our best. Is King Stephen behind all this? Then what about his brother, Bishop Henry?
If the king...
We must do... Stephen always claimed that it had been God's will that he was not on that ship. That he remained as the only male heir.
That wasn't God. I bet Stephen had a hand in the sinking of the ship.
Now imagine what would have happened if he had learned that someone survived.
So maybe
someone
Henry
who might have
organized
seen
it?
what really happened that night.
The King of the English. Ruthless murderer.
My father was right about Stephen.
The King of the...
Do you think the king told James to arrest my father?
No. I find it much more likely that James was instructed to frame your father by Waleran, his superior. As Archdeacon, Waleran was much more involved in politics than James would have been.
It is unlikely Prior James ever met the king. The king and Prior James are connected. Not directly, but through Waleran. It is unlikely...
If the White Ship is involved, then it's likely that Waleran was told by King Stephen to murder your father.
But he was not king back then. Why would Waleran listen to him?
He was promised to become bishop.
Of course.
Remember, Bishop Henry is Stephen's brother, and back then he was already one of the most influential clerics in all of England.
But if Bishop Henry is in on all this, what chance do we have to turn this trial around?
It is a public trial. All we want is for Philip to go free. We find a witness to expose Waleran. Henry would have to play along to appear innocent.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
It's our best shot. Waleran is a man who thinks of himself, not of others. Percy Hamley was poisoned.
One less witness that knew about Waleran.
Oh, and it was Waleran who
And
did the
Waleran
poisoning.
probably wanted William to become Earl. He was easier to control than his father.
What about Regan Hamley? She survived.
She was taken to her townhouse in Winchester. And in her condition, she might not be able to help at all.
I really think it's gonna be Wayleran's page boy.
I remember well when that... Percy Hamley? Well, he could have ordered your father to be hanged.
But he was arrested and held in Kingsbridge first. Prior James claimed that my father had committed theft.
Percy was involved in the hanging here in Shiring. He was the sheriff.
Wayleran, Percy, and James might have been working for those who sunk the White Ship.
Do you think Stephen would have approached Percy directly?
Because of the White Ship? To help him cover up his tracks?
I don't think so. I think it's more likely that Wayleran contacted Percy. Just like he did when he wanted Percy to arrest my father. I don't think the king... Otherwise there would have been many arrests after Percy was poisoned. But the king didn't seem to care.
That's a good point.
The king made Percy Earl of Shiring. Maybe because he was indebted to Percy. And not only because he had arrested Earl Bartholomew.
I don't think the king was very close with Percy. Otherwise there would have been...
Dev, you are so right. People just took the time to really analyze what they're about to pop off about.
Percy and his wife had always lusted for power.
How are Prior James and Percy Hamley connected?
Not at all, I would guess.
Except through Bishop Wayleran.
Yes. He needed James to arrest my father and Percy Hamley to hang him.
Now both of them are dead. That can't be a coincidence.
I think I'm figuring this out. So, like, once a link is made, then you have to go to the character who is, like, that link within the theorizing.
Percy could not have become Earl without Wayleran's help. But then he was killed. Maybe he wasn't as useful an Earl as Wayleran had hoped.
Maybe Wayleran supported Percy to become Earl because he helped kill Jack's father.
I mean, that's like...
Percy could not have become Earl without Wayleran's help. But then he was killed.
Maybe Percy ordered Jack's father to be hanged.
The three people who murdered my father might have worked for someone else. Someone who had an interest in drowning the king's heirs.
Wayleran, Percy, and James might have been working for those...
The three people...
I remember well when Percy...
Percy and James died...
The prior and the sheriff.
Percy and...
I mean, there's nothing else for me to click on. What do I do?
The king made Percy Earl of Shiring. And not only because he had arrested Earl Bartholomew.
I don't think the king was very... Otherwise...
I'm... aware. What is going on here? I have unread documents? I mean... It's probably the, yeah, this one. Fuck. This is... kind of obnoxious. See, burned. The Pearl's Castle was Bartholomew poisoned. Kingsbridge died in a fire. Oh, actually, okay, and maybe it is a certain point or order. Okay, let's see if I can figure out. So what? Maybe like Wayleran. Shit. Okay, we're got the order we were supposed to be going in. All right. So we'll do this guy first.
What kind of man would kill so many?
Oh wait. I think I'm putting it together.
No.
Okay, so when you click on one of them, it puts that face down in the bottom, and I think it's trying to find the association. So,
It's possible that King Stephen asked Waleran to kill Jack's
Try
father.
that.
We must find a witness.
Percy could not have become Earl without Waleran's help. But then he was killed. Maybe...
So, what about Prior...
Waleran was not yet bishop when the hanging took place. He was archdeacon. Philip told me.
But James still had to do what Waleran told him to?
I think that's very likely. Waleran was James's superior.
I wonder if my father ever learned why he was killed.
Waleran, Percy, and...
Alright, so then... if I click on
Jack's father.
him...
If he was still with us, he could be our witness.
Maybe he still can.
Alright, so now they have Jack's father selected. Maybe... let's try this.
My father wanted to go to England. He was the only one who made it when the White Ship sank. Hardly a coincidence that the king's heirs all died on that ship.
Is King Stephen behind all this? Then what about his brother, Bishop Henry?
Percy was involved in the hanging.
I wonder if my father ever learned... James was the
That's where they say your father stole the chalice, melted...
But we know that's not true.
As we found it, Philip recognized the chalice.
But Bishop Henry wants a witness. The chalice isn't enough.
But it's an important lead for us. I think we're getting closer.
Maybe I can link the chalice to King Stephen.
Maybe Stephen never came up with the plan to hang your father.
You mean Waleran did it because he heard rumors and wanted to get closer to Stephen and Bishop Henry? Maybe.
Philip said that Prior James was an honest man. So perhaps Waleran forced him to falsely accuse your father.
Maybe.
That might explain why James was guilt-ridden. The monks still tell the stories about how James thought the devil was after him.
James claimed that your father had stolen the chalice and sold it. But instead, James himself hid it in Kingsbridge, in the crypt.
We found his scourge in a bed down there.
That secret chamber is important.
We're close. Do you think Waleran knew about the hidden chamber?
No. If he had known, then he wouldn't have been that surprised when he saw the chalice.
Do you think that the king knew about this secret room?
No, I'm sure if Waleran didn't know, the king didn't know either.
And Waleran looked genuinely surprised when I mentioned it.
That you found the chalice in Kingsbridge and that it was hidden away proves your father was innocent. But it doesn't prove that Waleran is behind it.
All these years, there was proof hidden beneath our cathedral that the sinking of the White Ship was no accident. Proof that the whole war was started by cowardly men who were after the throne.
Why was the chalice hidden? And by whom?
You said Prior James was full of regret. He probably couldn't just destroy the chalice. Not even after he used it to frame your father. It was the chalice of the Eucharist, after all. And a token for what he did.
Everyone thought Prior James was dead. That he broke into the ice. And now we know he was hidden away.
Why did his monks believe he was dead?
Sub-Prior Remigius told everyone he had found James' rosary by the river. So everyone thought the body had been washed away. They buried an empty casket.
But how is Remigius involved?
Philip told me that Remigius was there when Waleran made Philip prior. Waleran and Remigius knew each other.
That explains why Waleran later made Remigius Prior of Shiring.
And Remigius recognized my mother when we arrived in Kingsbridge. He must have been there at the time my father was arrested. I think Remigius knows all about this.
And that's why he ran when we
that
produced the
Waleran told
chalice.
Remigius to make Prior James disappear when James began to talk about what they'd done.
When James started talking to the devil.
But for some reason, Remigius hid him away. But Waleran never knew. Yes, that explains why he really didn't believe you. When you said you had seen James in the fire.
Where James died, after all. And Remigius thought no one knew.
We have to find Remigius. He's our witness.
But like, how
Let's
could we
hurry.
make that guy talk?
It's getting dark already. The trial will continue soon.
Damn, okay.
People know you two. You shouldn't walk around Shiring like that.
He's right.
I'll go look for him.
All right.
Now you have to control
Take care of
Jonathan?
yourself.
This wasn't what I bargained for.
And Jonathan.
Yes?
We will talk later about what was said today. About Tom.
All right. Remigius. Now where are you?
Hell yeah, alright. Making some progress. That took a little bit of time for me to put the dots together, that clicking on one face activated an association with then clicking on something else. I will admit, that was a bit shameful. Where is he? Hire. Ask some people at the cathedral. Oh, well, check over here. See where we're close to.
Brothers?
What is it?
Have you seen the Prior of Shiring? Remigius?
We have not. And now step back, brother. We must be done by nightfall.
Have you seen Father Remigius? The Prior of Shiring?
He was here a moment ago.
Where's he now?
What do you want with him? Yeah, what do you want with him?
Oh, forget it. He was here.
Do you want to go in, Father?
No, not yet. Thank you.
Are you not with Prior Philip?
Yes, I am.
I pray they'll set him free.
He's a good man.
He is a heretic!
You're fools! Look at yourselves! Who are you to judge a man who has never hurt anyone?
Forgive them, Father.
We don't judge him, but God will!
Oh, there he is! There he is! Bitch is running!
No one may approach the pyre.
Why not?
Bishop Henry's orders.
Oh, all right.
We're building pyre, need to hurry. Large house. Oh, maybe with the St. George.
Everyone left for the trial, it seems.
No
There is
comparison.
nobody there.
Alright, maybe he's gone to this large house.
Remigius? I don't think he's here. Wait, was that him?
I can't be number one on a list that includes Waleran
I think
and
I
the
saw
Pope.
him.
Oh, and we got his page boy. Chase him down, lads.
Hello? The door's open. Is
Dude,
anyone
they
there?
attack Jonathan, I swear.
You had one task.
My God! No!
Wait. Oh no!
Bishop is very...
They're killing our witness!
displeased.
No!
Oh shit!
What are you doing?
I'm doing what is asked of me. Stop it!
Come on, man, get in there!
No, stay away! This does not concern you! No!
Oh my god, they're gonna kill Philip. We gotta hurry up.
Who told you to do this?
They were a witness.
No one!
Oh, thank goodness. Well, now he definitely owes us a confession.
Why did he do this to you?
I will tell you. I will tell everyone.
We got him, boys.
Do you have a witness?
Father Remigius, Prior of Shiring.
Where is Timothy?
Timothy, indeed.
What they told you is true. Bishop Waleran wanted the jongleur Jacques Cherbourg dead. He ordered our Prior James to frame him. And so he did.
This is a lie!
Is it?
James lost his mind because of what he did for you. He was about to tell everyone the truth. And then you ordered me to kill him.
Nonsense.
Let him speak.
I couldn't do it. I hit him, but he died in the fire. Jack saw him. It was him. I found the bones after the fire, and I buried them.
You should put an end to this, Henry. You really should.
Why would I?
You should stop this, for your own sake. You knew about all this.
Oh, putting him on
Why
blast.
would I care if that jongleur lived or died?
Your brother cared. The jongleur survived the sinking of the White Ship. He saw how your brother's men killed the king's family so that he could take the throne.
He's gonna shout it out for the crowd, dude.
This is preposterous.
Bishop Henry and King Stephen ordered us to kill the man. You want the truth? That's the truth. Right there.
It is not.
The plot
Waleran
thickens.
is a liar.
Regan Hamley.
Who is she?
I have waited long enough for this day. It is time I raise my voice.
Oh, I bet Waleran had the royal family killed so you could try to get the king.
She spoke the truth. 3 men were responsible for the death of the jongleur. James, the Prior of Kingsbridge. The Sheriff, my husband, Percy Hamley.
Yeah, I wanted to laugh at that part too.
But
Dave.
it was Waleran who was behind it. And only Waleran.
No!
He had heard rumors about the White Ship, about our king. He had hoped to win the king's favor by hanging an innocent man.
But it was not just me. They all knew.
Take him away.
Arrest them, lads. Oh, he timestamped them all, Dave. I'm just go and check it out.
This
Some are pretty
is
damn
for
funny.
taking my husband's life.
Especially the
It
film
was Waleran.
Fight Pop.
Oh, we did it. It's over.
Yes, it's over.
Man, there's a whole other
Thank you,
chapter to
Lady
this.
Hamley.
This monk must learn his lesson.
The Pope would agree. This trial is not over. Philip pleaded not guilty, but he challenged the teachings and the authority of the church. The ordeal of fire will take place.
Fuck!
To show that the church is not above God. To show that my brother, the King of the English, is not above God.
They're still gonna burn my man.
God shall judge this man.
This is madness!
No! He can't do this!
Philip! No! You cannot do this!
This is now a matter of the church, Lady Aliena. My brother, the king, and I accepted the traitor Waleran into our midst. We were fools and sinners, even if we did not know. I pray that our Lord will save Philip from these flames, for his salvation shall be a salvation for all of us sinners.
Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Oh, this is bullshit.
Come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven.
Light the pyre!
No!
Oh my God, there must be something we can do!
Stop this madness!
Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? What the fuck? All that and my boy still got fucking cooked. Oh no. Oh my god. What the fuck? Oh. Oh. I need to. Oh man, I need to take a second. Oh shit. Dev, I'm happy your science fair is done. I'm really happy about that. Always support the sciences. Focus on science, Morty. Rise above. But, oh my god, they just burned my boy. Philip. The chapter better pick up, like, immediately. Oh, fuck, hold up. Okay, god damn it. Okay. Let's get our Zen back. This sucks. Fuck. I can't right now. This is bullshit. Whew. Okay. So I'll take a moment to breathe, reconcile. I am gonna go take some pills. Whew. So Bishop, God, fuck, man. This is so upsetting. I was like, there's gonna be some Deus Ex Machina, right? Nope, the fire just goes up. Bam, my boy's on fire. Let's burn him alive. Fuck Bishop Henry. God damn him. Philip had a really damn good point in his books, too. Man, bunch of cowards in the damn church. Oh, man. So, Bishop Waleran was brought to justice. Philip did not admit to heresy, managed to clear the name of Jack's father. Aliena forgave Philip for causing her family's downfall. Finally, Jonathan learned who his parents were, and Philip was ordered to be burned alive. So I wonder if Philip had admitted to heresy, they wouldn't burn him. Because right now it's like Bishop Henry said that he was going to sentence Philip to an ordeal by fire to burn out the truth. So because Philip denied any wrongdoing, now the bishop's like, alright, well fine, since you're denying the wrongdoing, we'll set you on fire and see if you're speaking true. So maybe the best ending for Philip was to admit to heresy, even though it was fucking bullshit. Oh, dude. I'm gonna get a drink of water. This sucks. This is depressing. Hey, I should have just fucking admitted to the heresy. It's so terrible. Philip was my favorite character. This sucks. This is like the first time I ever played Man of Medan, the Dark Anthropology. There were 5 characters to control. I was playing it with 3 of my buddies, and go figure, I was the only one to die. Because I missed a freaking QTE. Alright. Let's get a timestamp down here for chapter 20. And for results. I guess this is like 104. Close enough to the punishment. Fuck, man. Okay. Chapter 21. The true final chapter. Alright, well, I'm guessing that... I'm guessing Philip didn't make it. This sucks. Wait! I need answers. Yeah, I really want answers. There he is, finally. Oh, it's Jonathan! He's the prior now!
Ah, Philip.
It is so good to see you, Jonathan.
Tell me, how are things at St. John in the Forest?
Francis is well.
That is wonderful.
Yes, he enjoys the life there. You look worried, Jonathan.
Well, you have a visitor. He just arrived.
Is that not a good thing, Jonathan? Who is it?
That is just it. I wasn't sure if you wanted to see him.
Who the fuck are you? Yeah, dude, like for real, they must have like stormed something fierce.
It has been a long time.
Ah, yes, it has. I had to know.
Know what?
The truth is, I never saw God or the devil. Have you?
Oh Lord, deliver us from evil. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
There must be something we can do.
Stop this madness! Are you blind? Do you not know that a fire will burn any man, no matter who he is?
Why are you doing this?
After Wayland's words, there is doubt in their hearts about my motives, about my brothers. No words can erase that doubt, but God can. Our Lord is a cleansing fire.
We'll throw the bishop on there then.
He's still alive.
It's a miracle! He is among us! God is here!
How is this possible?
It's all a matter of perspective.
We have to stop this!
No, Jack. Come.
My God.
Did he put something in his robes?
No, but that's what they see. That's what they believe.
Oh!
The water. It's dousing the flames. It's a trick.
To them, it's a miracle.
Wow, the fucking church be manufacturing miracles left and right.
I believe Philip understands that now. His book will be destroyed. If you or your friends ever mention the White Ship again, I promise you will take Prior Philip's place. And God will not be as forgiving.
Oh, shit, okay.
Their faith in you and your church is restored. I say it was worth sparing that monk's life.
Damn, the church is straight up being like, yeah, everything we do is bullshit.
Promise me that Waileran will suffer.
Philip?
Yes?
Did you see God? Did he save you that night?
I told him. He only smiled at me. I never saw him again, as long as I lived.
Philip is back.
Philip!
Philip! We're glad you're back.
We're gonna party like it's
Did you walk all the
$9.99.
way again?
Just part of it.
Old fool.
Ellen stayed in Kingsbridge, together with Tom. I thought I had lost God, that he did not watch over us. But now I see him every day. He is in the good we do, in how we show our love. Jack's hands had become rough, his hair grey, but his eyes still burned bright like hot coals.
It's good to see you.
Aliena's gaze could be as stern as her father's had been, but her heart and wit made her a leader people did not follow out of fear, but out of respect and loyalty.
Jonathan told us you had a visitor.
Just an old friend.
What do you think of this window?
Jonathan came to look more and more like his father, Tom. As Prior of Kingsbridge, he is also a builder of sorts.
I use mostly warm colours. What good are the large windows if it feels cold?
Sally is as stubborn and as gifted as her parents. It is her stained glass windows the light is falling through. She has children of her own now.
And I'd like to show you the plans for the new cloister.
Tommy will be the next master builder, and is as silent as his grandfather was. Once I heard him admonish his father to be more serious at work. Jack only smiled. He knew Tommy was right. Martha stayed in Kingsbridge as well. She was always there for every one of us.
Is the judge done now?
I don't know. Why don't you ask him yourself?
Yeah, man, it's been like
Is the
3
judge
books to get
done
this church
now?
done.
It will never be done. Not in my lifetime. Not in yours.
Remember us for what we did, for who we were, and maybe for what we tried to be. And when you turn your eyes to our cathedral, maybe you will see yourself.
This was a very pleasant story. Greatly enjoyed it. Answered Walleran's question about God and finished playing Pillars of the Earth. Took 9 streams to do so. Yeah, it's always nice like when you reach a game's conclusion. Like obviously there's still other achievements to make, but this was a really nice story. Had no idea what I was going to be getting into, and just glad I went through it. I am looking forward to something more like action input oriented, but this was nice. This was like a nice little breath of fresh air between more serious gaming endeavors. Another more like indie title I'm looking to play between Grand Theft Auto and Star Wars is going to be a detective noir game called Lacuna. So that may also be on the eventual horizon. It's about to get noisy while we deal with the credits, I imagine. Oh, I always like to let this first song play. Alright, well, we know from previous books that the crippled with exegesis Christ. Anyway, I was saying we know that based on previous book conclusions, these credits are going to go on for like 30 minutes, so gonna tap out of them. Yeah, this was good. Glad I got the game finally finished up. I will be going back and retroactively adding timestamps to the videos I put out. Soap hands confirmed. No, you were right with the lotion hands, man. But yeah, so probably not gonna do anything else tonight. Not sure about tomorrow. I might actually play a little bit tomorrow, though it might be a later stream. But I definitely need to kind of focus on taking some notes for class. We have an exam coming up on Tuesday, and I want to make sure that my knowledge on brain anatomy is shored up. But for the most part, I feel like I've got most of my information down, so I can probably breathe a bit easy this weekend. But you know, a lot of material. But yeah, Dale, I am glad that you popped in the stream. I actually was going to stream yesterday, thinking that I was going into the weekend, but I waited until today, just in case you were actually able to get on, considering your Friday-Saturday schedule normally allows for that. But you might appreciate having the chance to be here for the conclusion of this game. Yeah, it's a nervous system exam. So, mainly we're going to cover brain anatomy, structures, like just identifying certain structures within the brain, the cerebrum, as well as the 12 cranial nerves, where those nerves exit from, and kind of just basic functions of some of these parts, which, like I said, I'm pretty sure I have that down. But I always like to make sure that my knowledge is shored up. See, Mondays through Wednesdays are usually my all-day affairs. But thankfully, I am going to have the entire fall semester off, so I'll be able to get a lot more content out that period. I just study for fun. I make my own curriculum and hope that I can impress the colleges without having any sort of background. The man's on to me. We're gonna have to silence him just like the church. Or my name's not Wailerin. Dude, that was a trip though. Hey, that conspiracy got really involved for a moment there. Yeah, well, I changed it because I realized I wasn't doing a lot of, like, science jargon during my playthroughs. And due to stress-related reasons, I have been studying quite a bit of Zen Buddhism. And I figured keeping a Zen mind is a little bit more meaningful to me and gaming relevant than neurogaming. So what the fuck does neurogaming even mean? Huh? Zen gaming, though, that can mean just keeping a Zen mind about things. Oh, get out of here. Regular fishing, homie. Anywho, yeah, Dev, I definitely suggest checking out the GTA vid, at the least the timestamps. If anything, I'd say that do the timestamps and then rewind a few seconds, because one, peg the stamps at the exact moment the fail happens, and a few seconds of me actually making the crash is always a little bit funnier with the context. Alright boys, well, I'm glad y'all showed up. I'm glad for those who poked their nose in to see how things were going. But yes, I am going to be doing homework for the rest of the night, and maybe I'll catch on another video tomorrow, Dev. Like, maybe I'll get home and do like an early stream and then get back to some homework again. So, in the meantime, you guys all have a good one and a pleasant evening.